Wagwan squad, I hope you and yours are doing good. It's been a while since I've made one of these, but welcome back to the Jamaican Porridge series. Today we are making some delicious Hominy Corn porridge. Let's get into it. Okay, so we are going to start with hominy. I'm going to be using only a cup of hominy for this recipe. I don't like too much kernels, but you could easily double this. Hominy corn is not simply dried corn, it goes through a process called nixtamalization. It's processed with an alkaline solution that changes the texture and improves its flavor and nutritional value. Jamaicans pretty much only use this to make porridge. Drop a comment if you use hominy corn for something else. Hominy corn is pretty tough, so soaking overnight helps a lot, and that's what I'm going to do. But before that, I'm going to give this a rinse. About 4 cups of water should be good. Just going to cover this and place it in the fridge. You could cook this right away, maybe in a pressure cooker, but anyway you slice this, it's still not quick. So yeah, you have to be intentional when making hominy corn porridge. Alright, so this was sitting in the fridge for over 24 hours, a bit longer than overnight. The hominy corn is hydrated and a bit softer now. The kernels are slightly swollen. Let's get this on the fire to start making that delicious porridge. But before that, I'm adding some spice. 2 cinnamon sticks. These will slowly release flavor throughout the relatively long cooking process. About a teaspoon of grated nutmeg. Adding these spices now will deeply flavor the corn kernels as it cooks. I also want a bit of salt. This makes a huge difference with the flavor of any porridge. I'm being conservative. You can always add more later. Leave that on medium heat to cook. While that's going, let's milk a coconut. Processing coconut can be a drag sometimes, but nothing beats freshly juiced coconut. It's a lot more flavorful than anything I get processed. This water is going into the fridge to chill. Oh look, a coconut sprout. It's a perfect size too. I love them but not when they get too big. Sweet and crunchy. Nice. Give these a quick rinse and add about 3 cups of water. Next I'm going to blend this as smooth as my blender will go. Yup, fresh coconut milk. I really like the smell. Next, strain off the juice from the pulp. A cheesecloth or a clean kitchen towel is perfect for this, but if all you have is a strainer, that works too. Yeah, it has coconut in it already, so might as well. Save some of that pulp for later. Nice. That never take too long, but most of the water is gone. It's been about 10 minutes and these are almost ready. They're a bit too chewy right now. Add all of that coconut milk. Let that simmer on medium-low heat. Shouldn't take too long because the kernels are almost cooked. I want these to be really soft, but no matter how much you cook them, they will still have a slightly chewy bite to them. We're almost there. That's the coconut pulp we saved earlier. This is going to add some more texture to the porridge. Let that simmer while we prep our thickener. I'm using a flour slurry with about 3 tablespoons of flour and some water. You could use other thickeners like cornstarch or tapioca, but I have a strong preference for flour with hominy corn porridge. I like the texture and taste very much. I'm mixing this really thin. Thinner is better. You won't get clumps when you add this to the hot liquid, but you have to account for the extra liquid you will add to the porridge. Add the slurry in increments. Flour thickens slower than most other thickeners. Ensure it's completely mixed in. Next, I'm adding a bit of powdered cinnamon to really layer the various cinnamon flavors and give it some depth. At this point, your heat should be on low. We don't want any burning, and porridge burns pretty easily. Almond flavoring makes a world of difference, but it can easily be overpowering if you use too much. Just a few drops will do. Rose water. Just a teaspoon will do. If you can clearly point out that you use these two flavorings, then you use too much. Vanilla flavoring. 1 to 2 teaspoons should do. Mix that in, and that's a bit too thin, so we can add some more flour slurry. A whisk helps with quickly and evenly mixing in the slurry. The flour needs to cook for a few minutes. This is almost done, so I'm sweetening with sweetened condensed milk. You could sweeten with honey or just sugar to keep this vegan, or a combination of sweeteners because you like how the flavors come together. Milk and honey is a delicious, timeless combination. Give that a mix or whisk and then taste. That's really good, but it could use a bit more salt to tie the flavors together better. Another taste. That is perfect. I didn't have hominy corn porridge much growing up. I guess it's mostly because it's not the quickest thing to make. I like this thickness. I have a hard time enjoying porridge that's too thick, but if you like it a bit thicker, just add a bit more slurry. Bear in mind that this will get thicker quickly as it cools a bit. I also like the amount of hominy in this. I'll get a bite in each spoonful. Alright, let's plate this up. It's just after 8 p.m. right now. I started recording late, so this is kind of a late night treat. Porridge hits different when you have it at night time. Garnish that with a fresh sprinkle of cinnamon. You know it's never just a bowl of porridge. I have to have some cream crackers and a slice of whole wheat hard dough bread. It's late, so I'm not going to have all of this. That's been sitting for a while and it's still nice and hot. Yup, that's absolutely delicious. The real standout with this porridge is actually the coconut I added. The flavor of the coconut milk is great. Rich and nutty, but the little bits of coconut and soft chewy hominy together taste real nice. Corn and coconut is another timeless combination. I always love bread and porridge. Porridge is almost like a sauce for the bread. Hey, are you subscribed yet? If not, hit that subscribe button and turn on notifications for more delicious recipes like these. This one is my favorite so far, but you can check out my Jamaican porridge playlist for more niceness. Consider becoming a patron. You get extra content even if you're not a paid member. Since you have reached this far, check out another video for more deliciousness.